Look at this.
We begin with breaking news.
Look at that. The primary unit ramming full speed again. That vehicle is now disabled. The primary unit is now completely disabled. That work truck taking the fence with him and now getting on to the freeway, I think. He just got onto the freeway.
We begin with breaking news on this special edition of Eyewitness News at 10.
A wild pursuit of this stolen work truck, and our Chris Christie was right overhead in Air 7 HD calling it all.
Coming to a stop at the green light at the entrance ramp. Look at that, pulling into reverse, reversing into that La Habra PD unit. That primary unit standing still as that work truck rams into the hood of that SUV. Look at this, ramming in again in reverse. That work truck now pulling it into reverse, ramming into the front of that PD unit for no apparent reason here, but the charges have just been amped up dramatically here as he pulls into an industrial area. And look at this wild pit there, full speed into the front of the work truck, boxing him in here, and now they will be forced to use force if this driver does anything threatening whatsoever. Look at this, backing up into those black and whites. He's backing up and shoving those units out of the way, desperate to get away. Officers with their guns drawn, and the K-9 unit out. Look at this, over the tree, through the trees, and trying to get away. He's through private property, running through a fence here. He's trying to ram through a fence, trying to get through those trees, and these units have to get back in their vehicles. 3 La Habra PD units are going to be calling for backup here, and now California Highway Patrol may very well be getting involved sooner rather than later. Look at this. These vehicles are going to, look at that! The primary unit ramming full speed again! That vehicle is now disabled. The primary unit is now completely disabled. That work truck taking the fence with him and now getting on to the freeway, I think. He just got onto the freeway. He's going the wrong way on the freeway. He's going the wrong way on the 91. He's going eastbound on the westbound side of the 91 freeway. A stolen work truck ramming into police officers, refusing to pull over after what was a relatively tame pursuit, has now gone completely off the rails here as we now go eastbound on the 91 freeway with debris being dragged along the freeway. That work truck ramming into 3 separate La Habra PD units, those officers jumping out of their vehicle with their guns drawn, and then ramming full speed into this work truck. And now this work truck appears to be having mobility issues now, as he faces oncoming traffic. He's come to a standstill. Now look at this. Look at the agitated driver behind the wheel here. This driver creating lots of havoc now, and now there's going to be a major confrontation as soon as California Highway Patrol gets into position here. Look at that. It's a female driver jumping out of the vehicle, running into across lanes. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The female driver running across the 91 freeway. Those drivers don't see her. She is not well. She's not well. She's not well, and she is now running for it, crossing all lanes of the 91 freeway, now using the shoulder. You see the night sun up above there by the California Highway Patrol. This woman continuing the run of her life as she has now made it to the other side of the freeway, looking for a hiding spot at a Denny's. She's at a Denny's parking lot on the other side of the 91 freeway. She abandoned the work truck, and now she's trying to wave down somebody for some assistance here. She is a desperate individual who is acting very, very erratic. Well, the wig just fell off. Guys, this is out of control. This is just out of control. This person now running through the front of the Denny's and now into the Denny's, running into the Denny's.
Right, Chris Christie overhead in Air 7 HD. We now know how this all ended. Chris, can you bring us up to date?
Mark, that person ran into the Denny's. Law enforcement followed her into the Denny's. They were trying to communicate with patrons. We saw some people coming out of the Denny's, but after an extended search, it appears that that suspect was hiding out somewhere inside the restaurant. They conducted a canine search, and just moments ago, we've got some video of them placing that person under arrest. Now, at one point, one of the officers came back out to the vehicle and grabbed a door ram out of the trunk, presumably to either ram through a restroom door or a storage area or what have you, and they were eventually able to extract the suspect out of the restaurant and now placing her or he in that ambulance. We can't tell, quite frankly, the gender here, but at one point you saw that wig came flying off, made it a little bit confusing as that person was running across the freeway, but that person in desperate need of medical attention, and that is what is about to happen as that ambulance pulls away from the scene. You are looking live at that Denny's location at 6th Street and Paseo Grande here next to the 91 freeway. Moments ago, all lanes of the 91 freeway have been reopened. A wild and crazy pursuit ending here in Corona. Reporting live from Air 7 HD, I'm Chris Christie, ABC 7 Eyewitness.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.